to go live. All right. To make sure, I need to get this scrolling text off. Hopefully you guys can see us.
I am on. Are you still on Riverside?
No, I'm on StreamYard. Hold on. I'm going to go to my YouTube real quick and see if I'm live. Yay! We're on. We're on YouTube.
I'm not on it. I'm not on anything right now.
Got it. It works on StreamYard, but it doesn't work on Riverside. Make that make sense. All right.
Well, let me copy the link. Hold on.
All right. Hello, guys. Welcome to the third episode of Roaring Skies. This is just very unorthodox how we've had to get this to work. It finally works, and respect is well deserved for this. And obviously
Okay.
Is it not allowing you to join it?
Let me see. Allow while visiting this site.
Yeah, just allow it. I mean, you could. I'll just see if you pop up on my screen.
Okay, let me.
Yep, you popped up.
All right.
1 second. Okay, there you are.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so on the last episode of Roaring Skies, we talked about, what did we talk about?
On the last episode, I believe we mentioned the December 10th to the 11th outbreak, I believe.
Yes, okay, so full discrepancy. We could not get the guest that we were trying to get for this episode. So we tried.
Yeah, I tried.
We tried. We tried, and that's okay.
It's all that matters, right?
We did all we could do.
But welcome back to Roaring Skies, ladies and gentlemen. How are all of you doing? I hope all of you are staying safe out there.
I hope you guys are staying safe out there in this crazy weather season.
Absolutely, especially
you didn't mention that today, so I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. That should be like my catchphrase. That should be like my catchphrase or something.
It already is.
Yeah. They should get that printed on a shirt.
All right, so this episode, we're talking about multiple tornado outbreaks.
Yes, absolutely. We're talking about, how many you say, Mason? 2?
Okay, so I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the tornado outbreaks that happened from March 14th through May 16th of this year. And also, we need to discuss something that happened last night in our region. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you just want to go ahead and talk about that right off the bat?
Yes, we're going to talk about what occurred last night in Southern Illinois. So we had a situation where there was a lot of damaging winds through this morning. So I'm going to real quick actually show you guys what the radar looked like around 5 o'clock this morning. And this is actually from my phone this morning. So, all right. So this was what the radar looked like at 5 o'clock this morning with this system. As you can see, there's pockets of rotation as well on this.
Yeah.
And I got woken up by this morning. So, all right, let me go back to my Facebook and check what I went ahead and shared. So, all right, so Nick Housen went ahead and posted on his story on here. Impressive damage this morning from what was likely a Sting jet. All right, so let's explain. He actually went ahead and explained this. A Sting jet is a rare burst of wind that forms when a narrow ribbon of very fast, dry air dives down from high in a storm, wrapping around a low-pressure center like a tail. And that's where the name Sting jet comes from. When that air hits the ground, it can cause damaging wind gusts well over 70 miles per hour. As you can see in the pictures that he posted on social media, there was a lot of tree damage in the path from around Sparta to Benton to McLeansboro to Carmi. May I also add, it was also coming through Steelville, which the damage in Steelville didn't look like damaging winds. It looked more like a weak tornado.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to rate this Sting jet situation. They're going to have to survey the damage that occurred yesterday morning. Because now it's been 24 hours since.
I was actually just at my grandma's house earlier tonight, and I saw some branches around her and her neighbor's yard.
Yeah, did you take any pictures by chance, Nick?
I forgot. We were doing something. I forgot.
It's all right.
But yeah, there was like 2 or 3 small branches in her yard, and there was like a couple leaves scattered all around her driveway. There was a couple leaves and all that scattered around her driveway, and it was crazy to see.
Okay, so by the way, we're talking about outbreaks that occurred from those dates, and real quick, if this will allow me to issue. Okay, I'll get it to come back up somehow. I would think of it as a video. I guess it doesn't really allow GIFs in here.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I tried to show a radar loop of
yeah.
So I'm gonna real quick open it in a tab.
Okay. You're good, bud.
Wait. Oh my goodness.
What's up?
Didn't know that. Okay, so you can actually show slides on here for free.
Okay, that's cool.
So, hold on. I may take advantage of this real quick. You know?
I know what you're saying. I would do the same thing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use a blank one. Okay, it's gonna take a long time. I'm just not gonna do it. It's already 4:00 in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
So that's just something I have to be mindful of there. So, all right, let's go ahead and have this up real quick. One moment. I may have to put it back up. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
This was the March 14th through the 15th outbreak. Radars.
And
this is a radar.
There was actually a. I actually had to call a bunch of friends about all the tornado warnings because there were so many tornado warnings that was affecting so many different areas that I just had to. I had to call like 3 different friends who lived in Missouri and a couple across on the Illinois side because they were unaware of what was going on. They thought it was just a simple thunderstorm.
Yeah, right. So so the National Weather Service in St. Louis actually canceled the watch
Yeah.
for their counties, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of feels irresponsible on their part.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, they thought the outbreak was over for their areas, of course. Okay, so
Oh, I almost knocked my webcam over. Did not mean to do that.
okay, so this was the post that I posted on my Facebook. This was when that storm went into near Van Buren and Fremont. So this, so I went ahead and I had this posted on my Facebook for a tornado emergency issued for Van Buren and Fremont on the March 14th day. So I can also go down or up. Oh, it only shows me. It only shows me March 15th, that March day. I'm just gonna have to show March in general.
Oh, and since we're going to be talking about the Marion tornado in this video, Mason, I got a picture that I can send to you of if Snapchat is back up and working again because it's currently down. I can send you a picture of the debris ball that I got on radar from the Marion tornado.
Oh, this is the March 30th. 29th. 29th. 28th. I guess I posted a whole lot in February. Not February, March.
I made a brief mention of it to everyone back in the to everyone in my friends group of the events that were going to take place on this day, of what was going to happen, because a lot of people messaged me and I had a lot of family members and friends message me about the events that were going to come. And then by the time the day was over, I actually had to get some tea and I almost had to get some lemon because my throat was just poof shot.
Well, my throat wasn't exactly too bad after that.
I'm trying to find a picture of the debris ball on my phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to go right now. I'm trying to go back to oh, all right. So this was a post I made about the tornado sirens. So improvements need to be done on the tornado siren in Rockwood during the tornado warning from Friday, which did include Rockwood, did not go off when the warning was issued. That storm ended up producing a tornado north of Rockwood. And my grandma just saying it true because we were there.
Yeah. And it was a crazy day because I had tornado warnings to my north and to my south, and I was like sandwiched in between. Like one was here, and then here I am right here. So I dodged a bullet that day, but other people were not as lucky, unfortunately. But
I'm trying to scroll. I'm trying to scroll down more
because I remember talking about it at work all week of what was going to take place that day, and a lot of people were like, "We'll see what happens whenever it comes." And I was like, "No, I don't think that y'all understand. It's going to be this. This is going to be different than what most severe weather events that take place here. This isn't going to be a simple thunderstorm that has a tornado warning and just goes through, drops a little bit of hail, and that's it. These ones are going to be tornado producers. This one's going to be of more significance than most."
Okay, so so there was a lot of warnings at the same time.
Yeah, it's
like, look at this picture that I posted. Like, these are all tornado warnings.
I don't see anything right now.
You don't?
No.
Hold on.
There we go. It's been a while since I've seen so many tornado warnings in one spot.
Like there's there's one tornado warning, two tornado warning, three tornado warnings.
I
area.
gotta tell you, Mason, it has been a long time since I've seen so many tornado warnings in just one area.
I was scrolling through my Facebook here. Yeah, I had to tell people, hey, you're all clear, guys.
Yeah.
Because they had tornado watch still out.
That night my grandma was nervous and she called me and yeah.
I mean, this storm ended up going into Perryville and it hit Rockwood.
Was this the same storm that produced the EF2 tornado that destroyed part of the school?
That same tornado actually hit Rockwood.
Oh.
It was continuous on the ground into it. It literally made a 90-degree angle towards Rockwood. Like it was almost about to hit my house, but then it turned.
Yeah.
Then went into Rockwood, which I was in Rockwood. I was in Rockwood. I wasn't at my house. So
yeah.
So I had a close encounter with a tornado. So this is my
second
fourth?
Second or fourth, yeah.
It was my fourth close encounter because okay, real quick, let's actually talk about another outbreak actually.
But hey, I just want to make this clear. Do you want to talk about the EF3 tornado that struck Poplar Bluff on this night?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking actually. So I'm going to actually real quick mention a tornado that almost impacted me.
That's crazy. You guys down there by Chester and Perryville, anytime we have tornado warnings, you guys always get the brunt of it. Like, you got the brunt of it back in 2017. You got the brunt of it back in 2021 and this year because it's just always Chester that gets hit the hardest, or around Chester that always gets the craziest weather events in our area.
Okay, so we're going to real quick mention something from the September 22nd, 2006 outbreak. Because this is something to mention. So, this is the damage that came from that tornado. This was an F4.
I would say so. Look at that damage. My goodness.
And so this tornado touched down in 3 miles southeast of Perryville, and this tornado was on the ground until it was 2 miles north of Murfreesboro. So the discussion of this one, the tornado touched down about 3 miles southeast of Perryville and lifted approximately 2 miles north of Murfreesboro. Peak wind speed was reached in the community of Crossville, Missouri. Damage reports include 4 well-constructed homes that were leveled to the foundation. Over 100 other homes received significant damage. Several vehicles were tossed. Over 100 utility poles broken off. Hundreds of trees broken off or unrooted. Damage costs unknown at this time. Are they still unknown? I'll have to research that a little more.
It's all good. But hey, to everyone who was involved in this outbreak, can you give us your thoughts on what was going through your mind on this day? Because I know I say in every episode, but I love hearing stories from survivors on the ground who were at ground zero during this. And it's just
okay. So my dad actually saw this tornado.
He actually saw it?
Yeah, he actually saw the September 22nd tornado that occurred.
Yeah,
2006. He went ahead and was on a 4-wheeler, and he saw the tornado cross into Jackson County.
Was the tornado a funnel or was it a wedge?
I think it may have been a wedge, as it was crossing into southern Illinois.
So how did he describe it to you?
It was just a tornado that okay, so let me real quick.
But
So-
ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
So how Wikipedia describes it. This violent tornado first destroyed a barn and partially unroofed a 2-story house near Friedenberg, then blew trees onto another house. The tornado unroofed another house further east, then reached its peak F4 strength as it entered Crosstown, Missouri. Major structural damage occurred in there. In there.
There, yeah, I get what you mean.
With multiple houses and businesses heavily damaged or destroyed, a church and a nearby brick building lost their roofs. Vehicles were flipped and trees were mangled. 4 well-constructed homes were completely leveled, one of which had only its bolted down floor remaining. East of town, the tornado weakened to F3 intensity and destroyed a modular home, leaving only the bathroom standing and some outbuildings. 2 people were injured in the area when the car they were driving was thrown into a house. In Perry County alone, 62 houses were destroyed. 17 had major damage and 23 sustained only minor damage. The tornado crossed the Mississippi River, pushed a coal barge into the shoreline, and blew out a tugboat's window. In Illinois, the tornado weakened to F2 intensity and destroyed a mobile home, then tore the roof of a wall off a farmhouse. Further east, a house was unroofed. Another house had its addition torn off. A swing set was blown 200 yards and wrapped around a mailbox. An empty tractor trailer rig was overturned, and an empty train's coming by, and a grain bin was blown 100 yards into a field. Near Route 3, the tornado unroofed a brick house, snapped power lines, and flattened large areas of corn on nearby farms. At the Kincaid Lake Marina, around 50 RVs and boats were damaged, and major tree damage occurred before the tornado dissipated. Hundreds of trees were snapped along the path. 6 people reported injuries. Following the event, roofing and siding was reportedly raining down from the sky in DuQuoin.
That's crazy to think that this happened in our area, because usually we don't get that many violent tornadoes very often, but in this case we did. But
this was straight from 2006.
I know, and I want to mention one thing too on here, Mason. Since you said we're going to be discussing multiple events, do you want to briefly or just talk about the tornado that impacted Poplar Bluff on this day?
On March 14th or on September 22nd?
March 14th.
Okay, so I'm gonna real quick look through all what they have on this September 22nd tornado.
Yeah.
So Butler County, hold on. It said so it showed like a tornado on September 22nd that it was only an F1 tornado, so okay. I think we're done discussing
it's still a little cool event though to think about that this happened in our area, because around Murfreesboro, Chester, and Carbondale, and especially Marion and Perryville, they always get the worst of the tornadoes.
Oh my goodness. Area. You mentioned Chester. We forgot to mention the October 24th tornado
in 2021.
Yes, we forgot to mention that. So I think I'm gonna real quick touch on that.
That was the first tornado emergency that ever got issued for my county that I lived in at the time. And it's crazy because I thought that the storm was moving away. I got so many phone calls from friends and family members saying that there's a tornado touching down or is on the ground. And then once I seen a tornado emergency on the TV, I was like, oh boy, I've never seen that before. Usually I see this on a TV screen in Oklahoma or Kansas, and you don't ever think you're going to be a part of it. But that day made a fool out of me.
Okay, now I have to scroll down all the way to the October 24th. Yeah, it's October 24th. Okay, so I'm going to actually real quick mention the Fredericktown tornado because that was the night that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm going to real quick get this back up on our screens so that we have it up. 1 second. I will get it up in a second. So this is what this is the track of that tornado specifically. So let's take this off real quick and show you this. So of course, here's the description of this tornado specifically. And yes, St. Louis has long descriptions for tornadoes. So the tornado touched down near the St. Francis River, approximately 5.5 miles to the west-southwest of Fredericktown, Missouri, where it topped or snapped the trunks of several trees. The tornado continued to the northeast along the river and began impacting homes as it approached Fredericktown. Here, the tornado ripped half of a roof off of one home, rolled a manufactured home onto its side, pulled roofing materials from another home, and continued to cause considerable tree damage. The tornado widened to a half mile as it approached Missouri Highway 72 from the southwest, damaging multiple homes and businesses. A business on the south side of Highway 72 is where the only known injury took place, where an individual was hurt climbing out of the debris after the tornado had exited the area. I think that's all I can really describe of this one specifically.
I don't even remember this tornado ever taking place. The only tornado I remember is the one that hit Chester or around Chester and Bremen.
Okay, I'm going to real quick actually just share it like this. So this was when it was in Fredericktown, as you can see.
That's pretty tight rotation right there, especially on the
right.
It
also shows the debris right here.
That's a pretty big debris ball.
Yeah, and also this was showing up far away from the radar.
Yeah.
May I add? This was very far away from the radar. And I'm going to actually also real quick show you the... Okay, so as the storm was moving on to Kaskaskia Island, okay, so this was the Kaufman, this is the Kaufman St. Mary Chester tornado. So this was as it was crossing, it crossed into Randolph County, but it was on the island.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see Kaskaskia and St. Mary right there.
Yeah, and without looking at the debris ball, you can tell this tornado was on the ground.
Absolutely. Look at that rotation by St. Mary and Kaskaskia.
Because the rotation, it showed. Like, the radar didn't really show much, but that's because it's far away from the radar.
Yeah, it was in a dead zone.
Chester's not really a dead zone, but there was a lot of storms happening at the same time. The Fredericktown tornado was happening at the same time as this tornado.
Yeah.
So technically, Paducah already had tornado warnings in effect. And this was around the time they issued a tornado emergency for parts of Randolph County.
Yeah. I got that warning on my phone, and it kind of shook me because I thought it was just going to be a simple tornado warning storm that just goes through. But then once I seen the tornado emergency, I probably should have took shelter, but I went outside and started filming. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's just
Well, the tornado. Well, the good thing is the tornado actually picked up just south of Steelville.
Yeah, over
So-
by Bremen.
It picked up around. Okay, so do you see my mouse right here?
Let me see.
Right
Yeah.
here? Okay, so around here, this is when the tornado picked up around here.
I can't
Where my
stop
mouse
looking at
is
that.
at.
Can't stop looking at that rotation and that debris ball. I can't stop looking at it.
See where that my magnifying glass is.
Yeah, I see where it is.
So that's where the tornado picked up.
Yeah.
You want to know a scary part about it?
Huh.
Macy was actually working at the bowling alley that night.
So what did they exactly have to do that night whenever it took
They had
liquidity-
they had the shelter in the freezer.
I was gonna say either that or they had probably had to go in the bathrooms and in the middle of the building. I would assume is where they would have sent them to.
The hall. Okay, so let me tell you about the hallway. The hallway at the Legion / the bowling alley. That hallway floods every time it heavy rains.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you can't exactly shelter there. You'll just get wet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not going to offer much protection.
Because I was there the other night and that's what I experienced. Okay.
Man, I just
Nick,
can't stop looking at that debris ball. That's just and for those who cannot who don't know what a debris ball is, who can't read the radar, look on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen in between St.
All right,
Mary and
so-
Kaskaskia. That
all right.
blue. Yeah.
All right, so this is what okay, so how we can see debris. All right, let me tell you guys.
Yeah.
This is correlation coefficient.
It scans into the storm.
So over the past 10 years or so, we've been able to look at the radar and show you debris. It's been constantly improving over the past 10 to 15 years. Everything okay over there, Nick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have that continue to show up on your screen there. So I'm going to real quick. So there were 2 tornadoes that occurred. So there was the tornado that occurred near Kaufman.
Yeah.
It was in St. Francis and St. Genevieve counties. This was on the ground from 8:23 to 8:49. The crazy part about this tornado specifically, it was initially rated EF4.
And then they downgraded to EF3, I think.
Yes. It was on the ground for 16.91 miles. The maximum peak intensity. Okay, I know this will be a little unorthodox. I know it's from someone's Facebook, but it's
Just get my chair back.
but I feel like I can show it. So this was when it was the Fredericktown tornado.
Man, look at that.
I think that's the Fredericktown tornado. Let me see real quick.
Regardless, It's still a crazy sight to see at night. Imagine going out on your porch and seeing a lightning flash and seeing that off in the distance. Absolute nightmare fuel right there, buddy.
Yeah, there's a few of these that I can't show because it's from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
So I can't really show that.
Man, that's a wide one too. Do you think they should have gone ahead and issued a tornado emergency, especially if that was near Fredericktown?
Yeah. So this was when this was in St. Mary.
Yeah.
It went ahead and disintegrated this antique mall.
Man, that's pretty bad structural damage right there.
I'm gonna be honest with this one. This building wasn't really well built, so
Well, that probably, yeah. It not being well.
that's why this tornado specifically was rated EF2.
Yeah.
Because we have to remember that these tornadoes were two separate tornadoes. These were two separate tornadoes, just to let everyone know of that. We will try to see what's going on with this. Let's see what's.
But I gotta ask you, Mason. I think we are. I gotta ask you. Would you still want to discuss the March 15th and the April and the all the way to May?
Yes, we're gonna do that still as well.
Okay.
I just okay. So this was when it was in Chester. The damage.
That's some pretty decent structural damage right there. So what is that exactly?
I really don't know.
Because whatever that is, because whatever that is, it almost sustained pretty intense damage.
Yeah, I really don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know.
But still, that's pretty significant damage for a tornado in October.
Wish I did, but I don't think I do.
It's all good.
All right. Let's get off of the October 24th outbreak, and let's talk about. Okay, let me think what we should talk about. So I'm gonna go real quick. What's going on in your background?
What?
Your mic keeps on doing.
Oh! I'm sorry. Here, I'll fix it real quick. There we go. Is that better?
Are you pressing your mic in a way?
No.
So in 2024, I think there was actually a outbreak which it impacted parts of St. Louis County.
Yeah, the March 14th through the 15th.
April 1st, 2024.
Yeah.
So this tornado was on the ground for 2 miles. It impacted Chesterfield.
Chesterfield always gets hit. It got hit by it dodged another tornado earlier this year that was not going to hit it, but it was pretty close to it.
And by the way, that tornado was the only tornado of the outbreak, of the April 1st, 2024 outbreak.
Yeah.
At least for St. Louis. Right now, actually, they don't have, for May 16th, they do not have an article for it on St. Louis's National Weather Service. They'll probably have it back up by the time the government opens back up.
Yeah, because I think they're shut down right now.
Yeah, the government's been shut down now for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that probably explains it then, yeah.
And by the way, unrelated real quick, if the government is not open back up by November 1st, people will not get SNAP benefits. The
SNAP benefits, you said?
SNAP benefits will be paused.
Okay.
Until the government is open back up again.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Which is very unfortunate that this is occurring right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for some people that this is taking place right now.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. but it is. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
Because I do not mean to be dark right now.
No, you're good, buddy. Do your thing. No, you're good. You're good. But there's something that I do want to add. Let me see if I can add this real quick. Let me go.
Okay, so I'm going to real quick. So Fremont. This was from the Fremont tornado that I'm about to add real quick. Let's go ahead and get an image. Bring it up. So this was from the EF3 that occurred. And by the way, this is from the survey. So that's why I could have it up. Because
Absolutely.
it's from the survey. It's from the National Weather Service.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is some of the damage that occurred. Where is... Okay, there it is.
There, and as you can see, this building is Whoa, was this a house at one point just had all of its exterior walls ripped off, and this is all that's left?
I think it may be. I really don't know. Okay, so I'm going to real quick go ahead and show you guys this one. 1 second while I get this up. So this is from Perryville.
Was this from the EF3 by chance?
EF2. It's from the EF2. So it was from the EF2 tornado.
Mason, did you cut out? Oh, no, never mind.
No.
There we are. I thought you cut out on me for a second.
No, we're good. Oh.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know. I was trying to do a news layout, but it doesn't work like that.
It's all good. It's all good, buddy.
It doesn't work out like that. I have to realize it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
So, going to real quick. This did go into Randolph County, which I did. This tornado specifically, I did get impacted by it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this briefly in a phone call we were in a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I have to real quick go into the event summaries of St. Louis's National Weather Service because I'm going to see if they got any images from that one tornado when it was in Rockwood.
I wouldn't know because Rockwood, isn't there a lot of trees and hilly terrain? So I wouldn't know.
Oh. Okay, so St. Louis actually went ahead and included on their national weather their
Their survey?
Yeah, their survey pictures from Perryville.
Okay.
So so this was from, all right, I'm gonna real quick, I'm gonna stop sharing because I don't need to. I'm going to real quick pull up this image, and this picture was taken just north of Rockwood.
Man.
And by the way, at this point, it was an EF1 tornado.
Yeah.
It was on a weakening trend by the end of its life.
That's some pretty decent damage right there, though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can find. I'm gonna see if Oh,
What?
wow.
Hey Mason, I gotta go off topic for a second, but for our next episode, do you just want to do the 2025 tornado season as a whole? Because I think there's plenty of tornadoes that we can talk about from this year. We can talk about the one that was near Arnold, Missouri, the one that was by Poplar Bluff, the one that was by Marion, and all that. We can just like put it all in the one episode.
You want to know what I just found?
What?
I found the video that Reed Timmer posted on February 28th, 2017.
Can you play it, or is it copyrighted?
I think it's copyrighted because it says, this was the same tornado that struck north side of Perryville, just on the west side. Sadly, fatalities have been reported from this long track tornado. This was posted at 9:58 on that day.
And that was the first tornado that I wanted to cover, because that night me and Mason both had a story to tell about the crazy experiences that we had both of that night. Because
they had preliminary reports. They primarily rated this EF3, that one EF3, but then they rated it EF4.
We were out of school the next day. For this event. I didn't have school the next day because this took place whenever I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay, so the May 8th one. So May 8th, I was affected a little bit, but I was not home during that tornado.
I don't think I was affected that day. I can't recall. I'd have to refresh my memory.
Oh, the July 15th. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find
But for those of you out there who have videos or pictures of this event, please send them to us. We would love to get not only get your story out there, but we would love to get photos, videos, and anything that we can just add to the live stream just to show, the power that storms and Mother Nature holds whenever that atmosphere is volatile.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have any just let us know.
Yeah. We would love to not only hear your story, but we would also love to see pictures and videos that you have on the ground as well.
Yep. Okay. Southern Illinois weather information was not operational in 2017, I guess.
I don't know then.
I'm going I'm actually real quick going into 2017. I'm gonna see if they did. All right. 155. Okay. Going down here. February 28th at 10:25. Reports of a tornado on the ground east of Grand Tower Illinois, heading northeast. (28th) Ava and MPS fire. Gas leak on Highway 4 near Marlboro Road. Avoid the area. This was from that day. Camel Hill fire out with storm injuries on Keller Highway. Requesting EMS.
Was this from the February tornado by chance?
Yes, it was from that tornado.
Okay.
Virgin's fire, LP tank leaking. Murfreesboro police responding to mutual aid to Highway 151 for storm damage. Tony Lawback reported a lot of damage.
Oh, Tony Lawbach, the guy who worked with Tim Samaras?
Yeah, Tony Lawback is actually from Southern Illinois.
I had no idea that he was from Southern Illinois. I just knew that he worked with Paul Samaras, Carl Young, and Tim Samaras. God rest all three of their souls. May they rest in peace. Absolute legends, Team Twistex.
I think Tony Lawback was actually part of that.
Yeah, he was a part of Team Twistex.
Like I remember he actually he actually at the time was the tornado warrior of WSIL at the time.
All right.
So he covered mainly only southern. Actually, he was born in California. Never mind. So he actually did his bachelor's at a college in Denver, and he got his master's at SIU.
I never knew he went to SIU. I thought he was from Oklahoma or like those, those colleges like over in like New Hampshire, Georgia, Chicago, stuff like that. Like those big time classes at those universities.
Like, you want to know something I can't believe with him? I can't believe he he was the weekend meteorologist and storm chaser for KE in Wichita.
Yeah.
Then he left. He went ahead and prior to that, he worked for 5 years from 2013 to 2018, March of 2018. He was the weather warrior for WSIL. And he actually had every Wednesday he had a 9-part segment that aired every Wednesday from May 3rd through July 8th of 2015. This by the way, we can hear it through the stream.
My bad.
So you can actually go into your mic settings. Hold on. I actually went ahead and I did it for you because I can do it through here too.
Alrighty, that works.
1 second. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's gonna work for you in the long run, hopefully. Okay. I think we need to real quick talk about briefly. We're gonna put out the other ones for another week.
I think we should because I think we got a little off topic here, but that's all right. We still discussed weather events that occurred in our area and around. So I think we can put it into a further episode.
All right, we're gonna talk real quick about the May 16th outbreak
Of 2025.
Yeah, this year. All right. So they actually have. All right. So here's all the tornadoes that occurred that day. We'll zoom into the Marion tornado real quick.
And this tornado, whenever I saw the Marion tornado on radar, I saw the debris ball and the hook echo on the radar, and it was absolutely mind-boggling to me. And I seen it was a tornado warning, and I was like, they should have issued this as a tornado emergency. Because
it got issued literally in a few seconds after you said that, I think.
Yeah, because I remember sending this. I remember sending you a picture of the debris ball on radar, and
I was looking at it. I was looking at it,
and the whole time I'm just sitting there telling people,
Nick, I'm live. I was like, Nick, I'm live. So
I was sitting there telling people in my family and friends group that if you know anybody who lives in this area, tell them that they need to take immediate tornado precautions because this storm has a massive debris ball on it, and I'm surprised a tornado emergency ain't issued. And no sooner do I say that, a tornado emergency gets issued.
So this was where the EF4 damage occurred.
Yeah, the EF4 indicators.
It's not showing the indicators on here.
And for those who are unfamiliar with the EF scale ranges from EF0 to EF5, varying on intensity and strength and damage it causes.
Yeah, this is crazy that this occurred in May. By the way, this was on Trico's graduation day.
I know, and can you believe how far or how long how far across that tornado emergency extended? That's one of the longest tornado emergencies I've ever seen. I don't even think Mayfield had that one or had that big of a tornado emergency.
I mean, they had the most confident. Paducah had the most confidence on issuing that.
Yeah, because in just a few radar scans, you can see it go from nothing to that.
And then to nothing again.
Yeah, and then once I saw that debris,
there was no debris. Okay, so when it went to Saline County, there was no debris.
Yeah,
they still kept the tornado emergency.
I would have, because that debris ball, how it just quickly appeared on radar and how fast that thing developed, it just terrified me because my family has some friends who lives in this area, and I told them, tell them to get underground. This is going to be the big one. This is the one that we have been dreading, preparing for. But unfortunately, this is something that we are going to have to start considering what's coming your way.
And Nick, did you say you had a screen save or something earlier?
I think I do. Is on my Snapchat back up?
Hold on. I'll have to check. Test it out real quick. Nope. It's not back.
Zoom in. Is there a town by Marion called New Denison? Because I believe that's where I got the debris ball at. It was right
there was a town called New Denison. Ryan Hall actually mentioned something on his live stream.
Okay, because I got a picture of it on the on my screen to send. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Send it to my messenger.
Oh yeah. I can't send it to you on Snapchat because Snapchat is down, unfortunately. But we will make do with what we can. I will send it to you right now. Let me go to my camera roll. Hold on.
Okay.
For some reason, it's not letting me send it. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Hold on. It's on here
Again?
somewhere. It's on here somewhere.
My phone just told me I have to again do the one time code thing again. Resend it.
I don't know where it's at, but I'll just show it on screen because I'll have to go to my phone and look at my pictures because I actually took a picture of this tornado once it was near New Denison, and this is what I saw on radar right there. You see that black spot I got circled? There is no doubt. Once I saw that and I sent that out to people and circled that spot, there was no doubt in my mind that a violent, large tornado was on the ground causing catastrophic damage with anything it came across or happened to come into contact with. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that's something you don't see every day. This is all debris. All of this.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
Nick, real quick, go to your messenger, try to send it on my messenger, or send it to my phone.
Alrighty, I'll send it to your actual text messages, or I'll actually text it to you. Hold on. I just wish that there was a better way for us to send this. But as we keep making more and more episodes, we'll get better at it. It's all good. Let me send it to you. It should be arriving to your messages right now. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen,
It just sent me a message to add you on Snapchat.
just click the link. I think you'll be able to get it.
Nope, it just okay. It just sent me to this.
Okay, for some reason, I don't know why it's not working right now, but we'll just make do with what we can. I just want to make this clear that on the same day that this tornado occurred over in Marion, a EF3 tornado went through St. Louis as well.
Yeah, there was an EF3 tornado that occurred in the St. Louis area, unfortunately, that day as well. And let alone this was around rush hour that this was happening. And by the way, we want to make very clear, do not park under an overpass.
Absolutely not. That's one of the worst places you can be if you're out on the road in a
Do
tornado.
not park out under an overpass. That is the worst decision you could ever make, you guys.
Yeah,
That's the worst. You're putting countless lives in danger. And I said a few weeks ago to Nick, that person put millions of people at risk.
Yeah, parking under an overpass is one of the most dangerous things you can do. If you're ever out on the road and can't escape a tornado, your best bet, if there's no sturdy structures for you to go to take cover in, your best bet is to just lay in a ditch.
Either lay in a ditch or stop complaining.
Or what?
Either lay in a ditch or just find a different ideal.
Or I do not recommend outrunning tornadoes because there's so many hazards that come with that. But you got to do what you got to do. But don't ever take cover under an overpass because there have been so many reports of people who have taken cover under underpasses and have been killed because of that. Like, for example, one I can think of off the top of my head is the Tuscaloosa tornado.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa was the worst one.
Yeah.
That I could think of.
The worst one I can think of, too.
Wait. More.
Yeah.
More 1999 and more 2013.
Never take cover under an overpass, ladies and gentlemen. That is a death trap. Only if the tornado is almost on top of you and you have no other option. But even then, if there was a ditch nearby, still lay in that ditch like this. Lay in the ditch. Do not ever, and I mean ever, go under an overpass.
By the way, let me say, take James Spann's advice, respect the polygon, and also, if you have a bicycle helmet, wear that to your safe place.
Absolutely. If you're going to a safe place, put a bicycle helmet on, put a motorcycle helmet on, get comfortable in there, protect your head from flying debris.
James Spann actually says that every time that he has coverage.
I know.
He says, put a bicycle helmet on. Most tornado injuries are caused by head force trauma.
You mean blunt force trauma?
Blunt force trauma to the skull region.
Yeah. Like I'm being impacted by flying debris.
Like he describes it in such a way that it makes everyone understand what he's saying. Okay. Unmute whenever you can because I
All right. There we go.
I was trying to get it to not let hear, you know what.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Okay, so
I'm a Mason. Do you want to talk for a few more minutes or do you want to wrap this up? I'm starting to get a little tired over here.
All right, so I'm gonna real quick do something new.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to real quick add this. Okay, so this production has been a copyright of Roaring Skies.
Yep, this is ours.
And by the way, everyone, please respect people.
Yeah.
Especially the meteorologists that do your weather.
Mm-hmm. They're in that position for a reason. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes storms can weaken as they get closer, but still, like Mason just said, respect the polygon. You don't know if just because the tornado was lifted doesn't mean the storm cannot recycle and drop another one.
All right, let me real quick take this banner off. By the way, like and subscribe.
If you enjoyed these videos and would like us to talk more about tornadoes, please drop your suggestions down in the comment section, and please like and subscribe and share this video with anyone that you know who is interested in weather and anything pertaining to it.
All right, so yesterday was crazy. I'm just gonna say that. We actually didn't have any severe weather until 4:30 to 5 a.m.
Yeah, our severe weather came really, really late because most of the severe weather that I saw was down in Arkansas, I believe.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one confirmed tornado that was south of Little Rock.
I saw that. I saw that on Fox Weather.
It was very close to one of my favorite vloggers towns.
Oh, Little Rock?
No, Hot Springs.
Oh,
she lives in Hot Springs. So yeah, definitely very scary to say the least there.
Absolutely.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed us talking about random weather events today. That's why it's only labeled episode 3 instead of something specific.
Yeah, exactly. We will discuss more of these weather events further. And like I said a moment ago, if you have any suggestions or would like us to talk about a specific weather event that interests you, please drop it down in the comment section.
And also be mindful of our schedules. There's going to be some times where we can't do it that week. I may have to delete that post that we made earlier.
Yeah. Hey, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and take my post down. We were gonna come on earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but due to cell tower and internet difficulties, we were not able to. We apologize about that.
Wait a second. Okay, breaking news. Amazon Web Services went offline early Monday, causing problems for thousands of websites and services, including leading retailers, publishers, and games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably what caused it.
Let me see what it says. So this included social media posts reported problems with cloud-based games such as Roblox and Fortnite. Social networks including Snapchat, Amazon.com, and Amazon Prime Video, the digital Ring doorbell service, among others.
Hey, Mason.
So
I think that debris ball I just sent to you for the Marion tornado just now went through. Like right as we're about to wrap this up, I think it just went through.
Yes, it did. Ow! Everything's back again.
If you don't mind, since my phone camera is not, or since my phone was kind of in dark mode a little bit, would you like to show that on screen? Or hey, hold on. Would you want to save that for? Would you want to show it on screen, or would you want to save it for another video?
Hold on. It's not going to really show it that well. Hold on. One moment. You guys may have to hear weird noise. 1 second. Can you still hear me? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You may hear yourself through my speaker. Sorry. I'm going to connect my phone to my. I connected to my phone to. I need to save it to my camera roll first. Yeah, it's just gonna tell you that I saved it to my camera roll.
All right.
Where did it save? It probably saved to DCI in Snapchat. By the way, this is a snapshot from Max Velocity's live stream.
Oh, so we probably can't show that then?
We can for a moment.
Yeah, because I don't want it to get copyrighted.
I'll tell him we're just talking about the tornado right now. We're just letting. And this was crossing 166 south of New Denison.
Yeah, because I took a picture of this. I made sure to circle in a black circle of what that looked like on the radar whenever it was, and whenever I thought it was the craziest, at least.
Yeah. All right. So that's all that we have today.
Stay safe, everyone, and please be weather aware, and please be vigilant whenever severe weather or any type of weather event comes your way. Please take your precautions if you have to, and stay safe out there. And we thank you for tuning in today. We will be mentioning this outbreak. We will be mentioning a couple other tornadoes.
We'll be mentioning the May 16th outbreak more in depth in the next episode.
Absolutely. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for your time, and thank you for giving us a listen. We do appreciate it, and thank you all.
Adios, everybody.